How are you doing today? I am doing well. I hope you are also. And I was thinking about content last night. I'm like, what am I gonna do next? I'm gonna keep going with my movie reviews, keep going with my pickups, and keep going with my Dollar Tree hauls and my Big Lot hauls. But I know a lot of people like to see people's collections, and I decided to start doing my horror collection, starting shelf by shelf. Yes, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shelves full of horror movies. And in order for me to do a review or talk about each movie, I am going to have to go shelf by shelf, because if not, the video would be hours and hours and hours long, because I don't know when to shut up. Okay, so certain movies are gonna trigger memories, so I know this is gonna take probably forever. So go grab a drink, grab some popcorn, go to the bathroom, do what you gotta do. We're gonna be here for a while as I introduce to you the beginning of my horror movie collection, Shelf 1. Okay, so when I say horror movies, I also want to specify that this is not just horror movies. This is horror / sci-fi movies. I kind of think that they're a little bit roped into the same situation. Like you consider an Alien being a horror movie, or a Species being a horror movie, as well as a sci-fi movie, as well as I was thinking, because I was going through, because my Scream Factories are kind of all bunched together too, and Escape from New York, Escape from LA, still sci-fi. I wouldn't classify so much as a horror movie, but definitely a sci-fi movie. So let's classify this as horror / sci-fi all into one. But there will no be any not be any Star Trek, Star Wars, or anything like that in this set. So when I say sci-fi, it's pretty much killer things having to do with violence and bad stuff. Sci-fi. If that makes any sense. Okay. So these are all random. What I did, I just grabbed the shelf. I piled the shelf up over on the left here. As I review, I'm going to put the shelf over to the right, and then I'm going to catalog everything, because my mind is, so I don't buy the same things over and over again. I got to catalog the stuff. So this is, in a way, I'm introducing my stuff to you, and I'm cataloging at the same time. But let's begin, because you're like, shut up, and show us the videos already, because we've been sitting here already for a couple minutes, and you haven't shown us a dang thing. All right. First movie I have is the movie Dolls. Now, let me also make it clear that some movies I've seen, some movies I have not seen, some movies I can't remember. If I can't remember, I don't know whether or not they're good or they're not good, but let's just make that very clear that these are movies that I either have to see, or I have seen, or just I've seen them and then they're not clicking because I've seen so many movies in my life and they're just not very memorable. Or they might have been gems and I was too tired to even remember them. Anyway, Dolls. Don't remember this movie. Why did I buy it? Okay, number one, this is still factory sealed. I haven't even opened this thing up yet. I did have it on DVD. I don't remember watching it even when I had it on DVD. I bought it because I figured it's a Chucky-esque type movie. So, Dolls, number one. Okay? Still have to watch it. I haven't watched it yet. If it's a great movie, comment below. Not sure. Next one, Ginger Snaps. Another movie. Have not seen yet. I heard it was really, really good. I know it's been out of print, or it's going out of print, and the price has gone up a little bit, so I figured I ended up getting it for like a song. This thing was like $10 or whatever on eBay, and I was just going through my Scream Factory stuff. I'm like, $10? Ginger Snaps, coming home with me. I hear it's a werewolf movie, thus I got to watch it. Okay. Tales from the Crypt Demon Night. This is a Tales from the Crypt movie. I do remember this movie. I watched it a long, long time ago, and I remember it being very entertaining. But not as entertaining as this Tales from the Crypt movie. This is Tales from the Crypt Bordello of Blood, which stars Corey Feldman, and who's the other? Erica Alintet, am I saying it right? And Angie Everhart, and Dennis Miller. This is a good one. This is a movie about a bordello, or brothel, of female... they're gonna be female. Prostitute vampires. There you go. So they lure these guys into this little party or whatever, and they go all vampire onto them. No big secret here, but this is definitely not a full-blown horror movie. This is one of those horror comedy type situations. But definitely one of my favorites as far as the Tales from the Crypt series go. A lot more memorable than Demon Knight, in my opinion. Next one, Invaders from Mars. Great movie. Great movie to watch with your kids. It's not just it's rated PG. It's a movie about this kid sees a spaceship land over the hill. People keep going over the hill, and as they come back, they're not themselves anymore. That's pretty much a quick sum up of that. So, Invaders from Mars. All right, here we go. My Purge series, and I think I have these in order. Do I have them in order of the? No, I don't have an order. They're backwards. All right, so we got The Purge. We all know what The Purge is by now. Alarm goes off. People are allowed to purge for 24 hours and do whatever the heck they want for 24 hours. Purge 1. Tell me if I'm wrong by this thing here. Purge 2. Election Day. I don't know if is that the right? I know that they have the prequel. But anyway, Purge Election Day. There you go. Purge Anarchy. The Purge Anarchy. And The Purge A Nation Reborn, which I think is, I'm pretty sure that I'm doing this right, but it's like, this is a prequel, and they kind of go backwards there, so I have all the Purge movies. What do I think about the Purge movies? They're enjoyable. I really like the first one. Actually, I really like them all. I got nothing bad to say about any of the Purge movies. I thought the first one was good. I thought the second one was really good. I thought the third one was and the fourth one, I'm trying to think of, I might be getting confused because it was one with the girls that pull up in the car and they get the glowing masks and everything. That one I really enjoyed, but I'm not sure if that's the last one or the third one. One of them, when he's trying to save the president, which is probably the president when they're the election year. I'm not even sure. Anyway, one of them was a little off, but the other three, I really enjoyed them. Bringing tears to my eyes. All right. Next movie is Bedtime Stories. Okay, this is one that I do not remember. Now, very vaguely in my head, I remember it being a little low budget. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, I just think that the Blu-ray, the quality picture stuff was very dark and very grainy, even for a Blu-ray, and I almost felt like it was like an old, low budget movie. That's kind of what the feel I had from this movie. It wasn't very memorable. I don't know. Bedtime Stories. Okay, I was hoping for a creep show. I didn't get a creep show. That's what I'll call Bedtime Stories. Okay, hoping for a creep show. Didn't get a creep show. The Nest, a cockroach movie, killer cockroaches and bug movies. I love me some killer cockroach bug movies. And I'll tell you right now, The Nest. You put the nest put the nest in. You put the nest in at night. Okay, and you shut your lights off and you put the volume up a little high on your TV. Make sure that everybody's in bed sleeping and everything. And what's cool is it's got this hissing cockroach sound. And before the cockroaches come and attack or whatever it is, you hear that weird hissing cockroach sound, which is pretty. If you're at night and you got the lights off and everything, it's a little. You might check yourself a couple times while you're laying there in bed watching the movie. You know, be like, do I have a cockroach on me? It kind of gives you a little bit of a. I worked for a lot of years with cockroaches. Now, I wasn't an exterminator. I worked in a mill, a filthy, dirty, disgusting mill, where literally I would put my sandwich down, and you look at the sandwich a few minutes later, and the sandwich is walking away. Why is it walking away? Because cockroaches, big. The mill I worked at, they worked specifically with material. The material would get brought in from overseas. And I guess when it would get brought in on these trucks and everything, and boats and trucks and everything, the cockroaches would come in with the material. These cockroaches were huge. I mean, you would literally, I used to play a game, okay, at this job where I used to take Kool-Aid and I would throw it into the bathroom. Like, I would literally take a cup of Kool-Aid and I would splash it into the bathroom. And then I would shut the lights off and I would come back in 10, 15 minutes, turn on the lights, and I am talking, no word of a lie, horror movie. You want to see The Nest for real? This place I worked at was a dump. It was a filthy, dirty, disgusting dump in it. And you turn the lights on, and I'm talking wall-to-wall cockroaches. If you are a cockroach in fear, I was not really in fear. They're disgusting little creatures, but I wasn't really in fear of them, but I'll tell you right now, you see something pretty amazing. I've never seen so many cockroaches in my life. And we would have an elevator that we went up, and the elevator, you had to hold the button in. I don't know if anybody's familiar with these kind of elevators, but it's a mill elevator. So you had to pull a gate down, hold the button in, and the elevator would bring you up to whatever floor you were going to. As we're going up, you can see like pieces of the wall. Okay, it's not enclosed all the way like an elevator, like if you go to a mall. So as I'm going up this elevator, there's literally cockroaches all over the wall as I'm going up. I mean, this place was infested. I mean, you had to you put a drink down, you put something over your drink, you put your food down, guarantee your food's gonna walk away. That's how bad. And these were big cockroaches. Okay, but anyway, movie The Nest. There's my little rant on cockroaches. Great movie, especially if you're a fan of cockroaches. I'm not a fan of having cockroaches. I'm a fan of watching movies with cockroaches. This is a newer pickup for me. This one's called Crawl Space. And I did watch it. I put it in right away. This is a movie that's been around for a long time. And this was very, very entertaining. If you have not seen Crawl Space yet, it's about this guy that runs this housing development. Should I call it? Is it apartment buildings? I would say apartment buildings, whatever. And he is sneaking around in the people's ventilation system. He's sneaking around and he's watching you and he's killing you. Okay, that sums up the whole movie. This is an entertaining. Plus, I think he's German or something, so he's got that really cool accent. He's like, "How are you today? I come to kill." Is that German? I don't think. I come to kill you. I come to kill you. Yeah. I think I was close enough. Anyway, yeah. So he's like this weird German dude. Lives upstairs. He's crawling around your ventilation system. He's watching you do it all kinds of stuff, dressing, undressing. Okay, rated R, not for the kids. But this was. I don't know why I put it off as long as I did, because this was very, very entertaining. Crawl Space. Check that one out. All right. The Howling. Everybody's favorite werewolf movie but mine. I am more of a Silver Bullet guy. I bought this. I watched it once. Silver Bullet I've watched 1,000 times. I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to give it I'm going to give it a second chance, okay? Because I wasn't as excited as I thought I would be since everybody hyped up this Howling movie, okay? So, I don't know. I didn't even buy the Howling 2. So if I loved it that much, I would have went after the Howling 2 and Howling 3. I think it's 3 of them now. But it is a Scream Factory, and it does have the cool cover art. But Howling, probably your favorite horror movie. I don't judge. You know what I'm talking about? All right, now let's see if I can get these in order here. Let's see if I can grab them in order. All right. I think these are in order as the franchise goes. I like to put things in order as the franchise goes. So probably The Purge was probably correct, because I know I looked it up. I usually look these up and I try to put them in order as the franchise would be. But picking these things up. Okay. All right. So it must go this way. Yep. Nope. Aha. Yes. Now I got it. All right. I got it. All right. First one. The Nun. This is the Conjuring series. I'm sorry. I'm a big surprise. All right. The Nun. Okay. The Nun, I don't remember that well, but it had some pretty good jump scares in it. So The Nun was good. I like the Conjuring series anyway, but La Llorona. This was one that almost flew off my radar. I did not even know this was part of the Conjuring series. I was watching actually I was trying to put my Conjuring movies in order, and this one popped up, and I'm like, La Llorona, that's a Conjuring movie? I didn't even know it was a Conjuring movie, so I had to go back and get the La Llorona movie, which was decent. It's a Conjuring movie. Annabelle Creation. Annabelle. Here we go. We start with the Annabelles, and I do love me some Annabelle, even though I've watched all these movies, and I try to think back of what makes Annabelle so bad. I mean, like I'm trying to, like, I know we got haunting things and everything, and I know The Nun is, like, kind of creepy, and there's other creepy elements in these Annabelle Conjuring movies, but I don't remember Annabelle being like a Chucky, like running around and choking people and killing people. I just don't remember. I don't know why. I've seen these movies like more than once too, and I just tell you right now, I picture her just sitting in that rocking chair. I don't know if you think of the Annabelle movies. Tell me if you don't think of her just sitting in that rocking chair, just not moving. Moving. Every once in a while, her head will move, her eyes will move, whatever. But I don't remember her like running around and choking people and doing things that are like, I don't know. Like, that's freaky that she's alive and moving around and stuff. But the other creatures in the Annabelle and Conjuring series, I seem to be a little bit more freakier than Annabelle. I don't know. Comment if you agree. Okay, The Conjuring. That's the one that started it all, and then everybody went from prequel to sequel to whatever. Conjuring 2. Personally, I think probably one of my favorite Conjurings. I liked Conjuring 1, but Conjuring 2 had something else going on, and it's the only one that well, it's not the only one. I got two of them, but this one didn't come in a slipcase for some reason, and it never was. This one actually, I still have the hype stickers and the other stuff in it. It is open, but I was able to put the stickers and stuff back on the thing. I look staring at it like it's a. I just thought it was cool. You know what I mean? That whatever. Conjuring 2, probably one of my favorite Conjuring movies. Annabelle Comes Home. Annabelle Comes Home. I mean, what do I say about that? And Annabelle. The Conjuring presents Annabelle. I think that's the chronological order of the Annabelle series. I like the Annabelle series. I think that they're all entertaining. I watch every single one of them, both with my wife and my kids. And like I said, when I say my kids, I'm talking 16 plus. You know, these are not kids' movies. But I found them to be very entertaining. All right, let me see if I can do this without dropping everything. All right, now we have this series. We have Sleepaway Camp. Who doesn't love... Sleepaway Camp is a lost treasure, okay? This is a... I want to say Friday the 13th feeling type. Who doesn't love a good kids go camping, you're going to get killed movie? You know what I mean? You're doing the wrong thing. Oh, no, look, they did drugs. Oh, no, they're having sex. Oh, no, you're going to get killed. You know, that's pretty much what these things are. That's a Friday the 13th story. That's the Sleepaway Camp story. But Sleepaway Camp has an awesome ending and a twist. You know what I mean? If you have seen Sleepaway Camp, you know what that twist is. And that twist will stay in your head for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life, you'll picture the end of this movie. You'll picture that. You know what I'm talking about if you've seen this movie. So, Sleepaway Camp, definitely not for the kiddies. Don't think this is one of those happy camping movies, because it ain't. And the end of this movie will mess your kid up for the rest of it. I watched this thing, I think I was like maybe 10 years old or whatever, and all I remember is implanted, burnt, steamed, cut in, stitched in your brain for the rest of your life. If you see this movie, Sleepaway Camp, you know what I'm talking about. But it's entertaining. So Sleepaway Camp 1. Sleepaway Camp 2. They're still killing. Still killing going on. Sleepaway Camp 2. Oh no, wait a minute. They stayed with the same formula with Sleepaway Camp 3. These movies are just no thinking, no braining, entertaining horror movies, slasher, kill after kill after kill, fun. That's it. It's just if you're a horror movie fan, these are just fun. That's all I have to say about that. Terror Train, another movie. I've seen it more than once. It's a horror movie set on a train. Oh, big surprise there. Terror Train, and it stars Jamie Lee Curtis. Yes, the original Scream Queen. I can't talk today. It's the Scream Queen. The Scream Queen from Halloween. Yes, Jamie Lee Curtis. And she was in another horror movie. So if you were not understanding or realizing or knowing that Jamie Lee Curtis did more than one horror movie. She was not just in Freaky Friday and a handful of movies with John Travolta. No, she was also in another horror movie, and the horror movie is Terror Train. Was it as good as Halloween? Heck no, it wasn't as good as Halloween. Was it entertaining? It was worth a watch, okay? It's a terror, horror, whatever movie on a train, and there's a person or killing people, and what's cool is they wear masks. They wear, who doesn't like a good mask-wearing killer on a train? That's all. That's it. I mean, you got to buy it. You got to watch a killer train movie. Nowhere to run. You're on a train. What are you going to pull over? All right. Night of the Demons. Night of the Demons. People love this movie. I can't remember. I watched it once. I'm thinking about putting it in again. I always get it confused with Demons, which that one's going to be coming up somewhere. I think it's called Demons, and then I got Demons 2. I think that's what I always get it confused with. Night of the Demons and Demons 2. But I don't remember it that well. The cover art is what sold me. I just thought it was cool. I think that it is it's just a fascinating cover art. It almost has like a Alice in Wonderland type theme going on, and I was sold. Anyway, okay, I would not classify that as horror. Slither, yes, the movie Slither. I have watched this movie about 3 or 4 times. my kids enjoy this movie. This is another one of those weird, creepy leech type outer space creature type movie things. There's like these weird little leechy type characters, and they're getting inside you, and they're overtaking your body and making you do crazy stuff. And there's things going on with a whole bunch of. And I'll tell you, my kids could probably review this movie better than me because I have watched it. But it's like one of these things where I'm watching it and I'm like doing other things, and I know that they really, really enjoy this movie. So the movie Slither is my next horror movie in my collection. Nightbreed. Yes. Don't remember it. And I don't remember because it's not even open yet. Okay, so I gotta watch this. Nightbreed. Comment below if this is something that I should be putting in right away. Matter of fact, comment right below if there's something down here that I hold up and I'm like, I haven't seen it yet. I'm trying to get some kind of order going on here, the things I need to see and when I need to see them, how fast I should have seen these things. This was probably one I should have thrown in already because I know that it gets really good reviews with a lot of horror fans. So if it's something I should have watched already, please tell me I should have watched it. So anyway, Nightbreed. Can't tell you too much about it because I haven't seen it. All right, TerrorVision and the Video Dead. This is a 2-pack from Scream Factory. This gets a lot of good reviews. A lot of people enjoy this combo pack that Scream Factory put together. And I saw it right away. I'm like, TerrorVision, the Video Dead. I'm thinking this has to do with VHS tapes. I'm thinking it has to do with like horror movies where like somebody finds a lost tape and they watch it and it messes up their life or whatever. Or, you know, something's coming out of the TV. I mean, that's just going by the titles. Personally, I don't remember the movies. I think I watched TerrorVision. I think I tried to watch the Video Dead. I put out, they're older horror movies. They're budget restraint, I think, horror movies. You know, they got a nice cover and a good thing. But this is probably something that I would have probably gotten back in the day when VHS tapes were out and I was renting them. And I was probably like, oh, I like sold on the cover. I'm like, oh, the Video Dead, you know, TerrorVision. I'm like, I gotta grab these. I gotta watch them. And then I got home and I was probably a little bit disappointed. I'm assuming that they're probably not scary horror movies. They're probably one of these more entertaining, like I watched them, this was pretty entertaining, and I'm ready to move on with my life. But a lot of people really, really love these two movies. They really love this combo pack. This is the reason why I bought it, is a lot of people were hyping it up. Like, you gotta get, if you're gonna collect Scream Factory movies, you gotta get these two Scream Factory movies bundled together in this set. So TerrorVision and the Video Dead. Like I said, I'm throwing in a couple of sci-fi movies in here. Well, not a couple, but they're gonna be mixed in as we go along. Escape from New York. This one I've watched a ton of times. I absolutely love Kurt Russell. I love Kurt Russell in this movie. This one and Part 2, Escape from LA, have almost the same story. The president's plane goes down, and he's got this thing handcuffed to his wrist, which has a tape in it, and they send this guy, Snake Plissken, who is this, like, no good, ex-con type character, whatever, and he's the only man that can get the president out alive. You know what I mean? And they don't even care about getting the president out alive. They want the tape. They want that tape. They want to bring the tape back. So they inject him with this stuff, and you got so many hours to get the president or his briefcase or whatever back to the other side. Because the story is that New York is surrounded by water now, and the only way you can get to New York is through the special boat thing. It's an older movie, so the sci-fi in it, and the sci-fi, the special effects and everything are kind of Tronish. Should I say? Tron is a great movie, so please, Tron lovers, don't attack. I enjoy Tron, but we're talking aged technology. You're not gonna find no green screen on here. All this stuff is like stuff that was computer made, but like when they were first discovering the special effects and stuff. But very, very entertaining movie, and a lot of people didn't like the second one, Escape from LA. I enjoyed it. It flowed and it finished, and it made me happy. So it was good. We're going backwards here. Ghoulies and Ghoulies 2. Another one. I remember these things being on the shelf. I remember begging my father, please, can we rent that movie because it was so cool. You look at the cover. Look at that thing. Look at that thing on the cover. Kids want to. You want to cuddle with that ghoulie. You want to bring that ghoulie home, and you want to watch it and love it. You want to love it because it's a scarier version of a gremlin. Matter of fact, a couple of these ghoulies look like people I've met in my life. funny and cuddly. But I remember these being on the shelf, and me asked my father, "Oh, please, can we rent this? Can we rent this?" And no, I can't rent. What? Well, they are rated R. Are they rated R? No, the PG-13. I don't know why you didn't rent them. PG-13. I figure would have gave that a whirl, but for some reason he said no. But this is one of those puppeteer horror movies. You know what I mean? Like this was once again before the special effects of the green screen and all of that crazy stuff, which I prefer the non-CGI stuff over the CGI stuff anyway. You know, I prefer them putting some actual work, puppet work and stuff in here. You know what I mean? Like actual, you know, you could tell like a Jaws and stuff where they're using the puppets and everything. And what's the other movies that like popping on? Like Gremlins or whatever. You know, there's a lot of work that goes into that thing, that puppeteer type stuff. You know, and I enjoy seeing some good puppeteer stuff. But these movies I have not watched yet. I need to watch Ghoulies. Yes, I know. This is a Ghoulies and Ghoulies 2. So you get them both on the same disc. All right. Dreamscape. Great movie starring Dennis Quaid. This is one where this guy can actually go, they put him to sleep, and they hire him to try to find a murderer or a killer or whatever. So it's kind of like a sci-fi thriller type thing. But they hire these guys that are like these psychic type people. They put the things on their head, and they're trying to find this killer throughout the movie. And it's actually a really entertaining movie, really good movie. Also stars the girl from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. It's the only other movie I know her being in. Which I really enjoyed her in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Yes, I really enjoyed her in that. So to see her in another movie, which I'm sure she's probably been another one. I think she married somebody that was like really. I want to say was it George Lucas? Huh. I gotta look into that. I don't know, but was it George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, one of them guys? I don't know. I think she married one of the two guys. That has something to do with Indiana Jones. I don't. Anyway. Sleepwalkers. Vampire movie. Really, really enjoyable. About this guy. He can turn his shape. He's a shapeshifter type situation. You know what I mean? He lives with his mother, but his mother and him are kind of like a couple. It's a kind of a weirdish type movie thing going on here, but it was really good. It was definitely decent, and it has really good special effects and really good storyline, and it will keep you going from beginning to end. Not for the kids. All right. The Gate. This is a Vestron video release. I also have the DVD that I've had for years. I adore. I'm going to use this. Adore this. I love this movie. This is a great, fun horror movie. Okay, if you want to watch a fun horror movie where you just put it in and you're going along for the ride and you're enjoying it. You're a little kid again. You're a little kid again. You're not even. This is not even a you know, really. You got to think about this. This fun concept. These two kids, they're hanging out. One kid listens to rock music. They play the record backwards. A hole opens up in the middle of the ground, releasing demons into their backyard, and the demons are kind of controlling their thought process, and they're coming out of the hole, and they got to try to cover the hole before the demons escape. This is a good movie. This is a good, fun movie. You once again with the, I think they use claymation for the demons in this. It's not a animatronics or puppeteers or whatever. I believe it's claymation. And wow, I mean, I loved this movie as a kid. I love this movie as an adult. My kids have loved this movie. And then it brings us to this one, which is The Gate Part 2, which wasn't as good as The Gate Part 1. And what was really cool is they were actually able to get one of the main characters back for The Gate 2. So it did make it so you're kind of like, okay, well, he's back again. And I liked him in Part 1. Well, he's back in Part 2. So it is a watchable movie, but not as good as The Gate 1. The Gate is a good movie, and I'm glad Vestron Video did it up with the extra features and cleaned it up and gave it the 4K, 2K, 4K transfer. What's it say on here? It says audio, but try not to get the glare on your face there. Well, I'm assuming it's a 2K, although it does not say. All right. Anyway, they cleaned this thing up. It looks great. The DVD was one of those old cases. It's probably one of the first DVDs that were ever released when the DVD players came out. So the picture quality was kind of rough. Okay, and usually I'm fine with my DVDs. I usually just upgrade for the cover art. Sometimes, I mean, look at this cover art. I mean, and when you slide it out, it's got this other. So usually I'll just upgrade sometimes just for the cover art. I get a little bit of people like, oh, you know, it's a lot of money. You know, you just upgrade. I'm a collector. I'm a completist. I like to use that word completist, even though I don't think it's a real word. It's probably in the Urban Dictionary. Meaning, if there's a gate and a gate 2 and a gate Vestron video and a gate 4K I'm probably gonna try to get them all. Why? I don't know. If you guys had any idea what my video collection was back in the early 90s, or late 80s, early 90s, I had a VHS collection that was wall to wall. I mean, this collection was unbelievable, and I ended up selling every single one of them over to was FYE. They had a buyback program, and I ended up trading them all back in. And there were thousands and thousands of titles, but I was changing everything over to DVD. So I was like, oh, I discovered the DVD. The DVD's beautiful. I want to upgrade my VHS. But you know what? Now, this minute, right this second, I wish I had my VHSs back. I wish I had them back because for nostalgic purposes. There's something about watching a VHS, just like there's something about watching the original DVD, just like there's something watching a Blu-ray. 4K, I'm yet to figure that out yet. I'm trying to figure out the glitch in the 4K. I'm trying to figure out the glitch, the niche in the 4K. I just find it to be very dark and very slow moving. No great. I mean, it's really perfect looking, maybe too perfect looking. You know what I mean? Like just for some reason, the Blu-rays, I feel like on the max right now. I don't know. And then they're going to go to 8K. I don't think that's even necessary. Anyway, next ones. Tales from the Hood. This was and is a great movie. This was a Spike Lee movie. I went to go see this in the movie theater back in the day, and it's pretty much a Hood version of Tales from the Crypt. Tales from the Crypt? Yeah, Tales from the Crypt / creep show type thing there. Individual stories, has a main guy that's telling the stories, kind of like the Crypt Keeper, but he's a creepy looking dude and creepy things going on in this movie, and it's extremely violent. It's got that Spike Lee touch to it, so you got that gang violence thing going on there, but definitely a really, really good horror movie, and Tales from the Hood was really, really good. And then they released Tales from the Hood 2, not so good. And then Tales from the Hood 3, that I had to order burn on demand Blu-ray because all they released was the DVD, and I was seeing that at Walmart. It was like $10, but then for some reason you had to get the burn on demand Tales from the Hood 3 on Blu-ray, and you had to special order this thing, and I don't know what possessed me to. I should have just, like I said, it's the collector in me for some reason. I'm just obsessed with the. I wanted to get I figured, okay, I'm not going to buy the DVD and then realize it's a great movie and I'm going to upgrade to the Blu-ray because I love the movie that much. So I'm going to bypass the DVD. I'm going to go right to Blu-ray, and I'm going to, that's it. I'm done, you know. But we're talking $10 more than pretty much the DVD. I probably could have lived with the DVD. The special effects, the movie itself, everything going on in this movie, I watched it three quarters and a couple of cents through, and I shut it off. I became very bored. That's it. I just became very bored. I watched it. It didn't rope me in. It didn't. The first one, hands down the best. Second one, okay, you know, a couple of good little creep showish type feels to it. You know, a couple of little snippet things going on. Part 3, don't care. Didn't care. It was confusing. Anyway, Come Play. This was a good one. I'm gonna call this one of my newer horror movies. This was good. I mean, it wasn't perfect, wasn't the best, but it's good. It's about this autistic child that he's seeing things through his tablet. And being that I work with children, you know, this is kind of even cooler and creepier. This would be a cool, creepy movie for kids of this year, this generation. You know what I mean? The little kids that the parents are like they're sitting there with their tablets all the time, or they're sitting there with the phones. You ever see those parents where like you're in like a waiting room somewhere, and they're like the kids are starting to get a little fussy, and I'm like, here, take my phone. You know what I mean? It's one of them type things. And then they come to realize that there's a monster in the phone. Like there's something that's gonna come get him in the phone or the tablet or whatever device that he's using that he's got in his hands. And I'll tell you what, it was good. It was creepy. It was good. The story was awesome. I'm gonna put this as one of my top, 2000-ish newer horror movies. I mean, you got to see this one. I mean, it's really good. It was, if I remember correctly, this was a direct to Blu-ray / DVD release. I remember one of the YouTubers showing it on their show and then like explaining a little bit. I'm like, oh, I got to go out and get that. And it was the same week it came out. I think I paid $12.99 for this, or $12.98, or whatever it is, whatever those crazy Walmart prices are. But really, really good. Come Play. This was a good one. And it's called Come Play because the creature inside the phone or the tablet or whatever is like, come play. You know, it's like it's got a little poem, and as he reads, it's cool because the creatures, as you're reading through the poem, the creature is becoming more to life. So the kid's getting scared. He's like, don't read anymore. Don't read anymore. You know what I mean? But the people that keep picking up the phone, they just keep reading more and more and more and unleashing this creature onto the kids and his kids' friends. This was really good. If you haven't seen it, pick it up. If you didn't like it, comment below. I'm fine with that. I don't want anything to fall over here. I'm trying to make sure everything's not going to fall. All right. Next movie, Full Moon High. Is it a horror movie? It's got a werewolf in it. Is it a good movie? No. I saw the cover of this thing and I'm like, Full Moon High. This is Teen Wolf. You know what I mean? It's like, it's got that feel about it. You know, I'm going to be watching a Teen Wolf movie, and this is one that flew under the radar, over the radar. It flew, and it probably should have flew out of my collection because this was a tough watch. I mean, it was almost like a low budget, older, late 70s, early 80s type feel, horror, comedy. I don't even know what classification to put this thing in. It was, it had a cool cover, and it was a Scream Factory, and I felt like it needed to be in my collection, and it will stay in my collection because I don't get rid of things. And I'll probably watch it again because I need to give these things the benefit of the doubt. Somebody took a lot of time to make all of these movies, and it's a passion for somebody, so it should be a passion for me. That's my feel for Blu-rays, movies, DVDs, anything entertaining, music in general. I should give it the benefit of the doubt. I should not be bashing or trashing these movies if I have not given them my full attention. You know what I mean? And I don't think I gave my full attention with this, but it did have a really low budget feel about it. Nice cover, though. All right, here they come. My confusion movies here. Demons and Demons 2. If you have Demons, you have to have Demons 2. Demons 2? I don't remember. But Demons, really cool soundtrack. It's got this heavy metal feel about it as they're going through this whole thing. There's like heavy metal music playing in the background, and it's really, really cool thing going on here in this movie. It's about these teenage kids. They're all going to the movie theater, and the movie theater has this like devilish setup, and there's a mask in there, and they say, don't touch the mask. And of course, teenage kids, I'm touching the mask. They touch the mask. I think they put the mask on. They cut themselves. There's blood involved. There's demons come to life. You know what I mean? And they're trapped in the movie. This is like I'm trapped in. I love when movies get you trapped, like a Dawn of the Dead. You know, you're trapped in the mall. I love put myself in. Like, I would love to be trapped in a mall. I would love if zombies are coming. I either want to be trapped in my house with plenty of food, okay, like a lifetime supply of food, which I probably don't have, so I'm probably gonna die over here. But if I'm trapped in a mall that has a supermarket and has all of these different things, I mean, the like Dawn of the Dead, they had a gun shop, they had places to eat, they had a lot going on there. They could easily live there comfortably for many, many years and be really, really comfortable. This one, they're trapped in a movie theater. How much popcorn can I eat? I don't know, but it's cool to be trapped in a movie theater. I wouldn't mind being trapped in a movie theater, being chased by demons. That if, like I said, I try to put myself in a spot there. Demons 1, good. Demons 2, I don't remember so well. So, probably Demons 1 was the way to go. The Wishmaster Collection. I watched. Okay, Wishmaster Collection is has Wishmaster, Wishmaster 2, Wishmaster 3, and Wishmaster The Prophecy Fulfilled. All rated R. All about the Wishmaster. And I guess you can guess what a Wishmaster is. He's a guy that grants wishes. But of course, everything that he grants ends up going wrong. So it's one of these, like, reminds me of an old Twilight Zone episode, you know, where you ask the genie different things for different things. But then, if you don't ask for them correctly and you don't really think about all the outcomes that could possibly be, you might end up really, really messing yourself up. That's what this movie's about. I watched 2 out of the 4. I found 2 out of the 4 to be entertaining. I just haven't had a chance to go back and watch the other 2. They're not the best movies in the world, but they are worth a watch. So, and you can get them all in this one Vestron video collaboration here, every one that they ever made. So I was like, I gotta snag this. $12 and change I pay for this thing. Cha-ching. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna give you the cha-ching. $12 and change, man. $12 change for 4 movies. You can't pass that stuff up. I mean, even if it's they're not the best movies in the world, but $12 and change, they're getting my money. All right, an Eli Roth film, Clown. Loved this movie. I absolutely loved it. It's about this guy who was supposed to hire a clown for his kid's birthday party, and he done goofed. Something happened, something went wrong where he didn't get the clown on time or whatever. So he decides that he's going to put on this clown outfit that he finds in this like storage place, and the suit itself clings to his body. The hair clings to his body. He becomes the clown. He becomes this killing clown. And I'll tell you right now, this was entertaining. I watched this movie multiple times, and I find it to be entertaining every time I watch it. This is one of the better movies. I like Eli Roth to begin with. I love Hostel and stuff like that. I like Eli Roth movies. This was a really good Eli Roth movie. This was one of those direct to Blu-ray Eli Roth movies. And I watched it, and I was like, okay, now the wife's got to watch it. And then like 2 days later, I'm like, now the kid's got to watch it. Once again, 16 plus. It is not a kid's movie. But what a great, entertaining movie. But there's nothing overly bad in this movie either. You know what I mean? It's like, there's nothing where I'm going to feel, when I watched it with the kids, I wasn't like overly uncomfortable. Like, oh, there's nudity, or there's language, you know, and violence, of course. It's a horror movie. What a great movie, though. This is another one of those, like, come play, one of those newer 2000-ish plus horror movies that I recommend very highly. All right. It's Alive. They Live. Whoa. It's the It's Alive trilogy. Okay. And in here you get, all right, here we go. We get It's Alive. It's Alive Again. And Island of the Alive. All right. What do I know about It's Alive? I know that I haven't watched one of these movies. I know that the wife recommended this set. Well, actually, she recommended It's Alive to watch It's Alive. It's a creature baby movie. Baby's born, and it's a creature. That's all I know about it. I think it has a cool cover. It's a Scream Factory, and you get all 3 movies. If I want to have an It's Alive trilogy night where I want to just watch some killer babies running around just killing people, you know what I mean? That might happen. Hasn't happened yet, though. I've had this for a while. I bought this used. I think I paid $20 for it. It was worth $20 for 3 movies, and the case and everything is pretty dang nice, you know, so I'll watch it. It will happen. Oh. All right. So I'm going to get these out of the way because I don't classify these as horror movies. These are definitely comedies, but they do have to do with a werewolf. So, and they are a Scream Factory, and they were nice enough to release them side by side. And it is the Teen Wolf 1 and Teen Wolf 2. Are they scary? No. Do they star Michael J. Fox? Yes. Do they star Jason Bateman? Yes. Yes, they do. These are 2 iconic guys from the 80s. Teen Wolf 1, amazing. Teen Wolf 2, also amazing. You know, they're the same story in different premises. You know, we got the basketball team and we have the boxing team. And it's the same story. They discover that they're werewolves and they don't know how to cope with it because they're teen werewolves, you know, and they're just getting into girls. I mean, the last thing you need to do is be getting into girls, and when you get really excited, you turn into a werewolf. That's what these movies are about. That's exactly what they're about. It's teen boys becoming men, and when they become men, they become werewolves. Nothing scary in these movies. I mean, unless you're afraid of werewolves in general. Fun, funny, 80s style movies. Michael J. Fox, one of his classics. I put this up there with the Back to the Future trilogy. I put this up there with Secret of My Success or Bright Lights, Big City. It's a Michael J. Fox staple. I mean, if you're a Michael J. Fox fan, you have to see Teen Wolf. You just have to. And it's really good. Teen Wolf 2, Jason Bateman from Family Ties. Family Ties, am I right? Wait a minute. No, his sister was from Family Ties. Jason Bateman was from Silver Spoons, yes. But then he did a bunch of movies, and he still does a bunch of movies, and I really enjoy Jason Bateman. I think he's an underrated actor. This was probably one of his low points in his life. This was not a best Jason Bateman movie, and the makeup in part 1 is a lot better than the makeup in this one. So whoever did the makeup in part 1, killer. Makeup in part 2, yeah. But they're entertaining. All right. We have Carrie, the remake. Really love this movie. Chloe Grace Moretz. I'm a big Chloe Grace Moretz fan, and I thought she did justice to the Carrie franchise by making a Carrie remake. I think this was really, really good. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. I've watched it multiple times. It's good. That's all I gotta say. Have you seen Carrie? It's a girl with telekinesis, pretty much being mentally abused or brainwashed by her mother, and she's a teenage girl. She's done with it. You know, she wants to live her teenage life. She wants to go to the prom, and her mother's like this big, you know, so what's the word I'm looking for? She's like controlling. I think she's totally controlling. Like, you got to do it this way, and everything's by the Bible. But it's her depiction of the Bible. It's her this is the way it should be by the Bible, when it's not really the way it should be. It's really kind of creepy, cultish type feel. And this was a great remake. I thought this was absolutely great. I thought Carrie 2: The Rage was great too. Matter of fact, I did not see the made-for-TV Carrie movie, but the one with Sissy Spacek was great. Sissy Spacek. You know what I mean. I thought that was great. I thought The Rage was great, and I thought this was great. I do not have The Rage on Blu-ray though. I'm feeling. I still feel I don't want to pull the trigger on it, but I should. All right. Here's a couple of them that are out of print and going for big money on eBay. I have to relive them because I don't remember them that well. But first one is The Slumber Party Massacre. I was sold on the title. It's The Slumber Party Massacre. I mean, come on. You're talking a girl slumber party, and you're going to die by some kind of crazy killer guy. What a premise for a horror movie. That is a perfect premise for a horror movie. Because girls have sleepovers, and there's killers out there, and you should have them together at the same party. Great thing. Don't remember this movie that well. I got to go back and watch it. I have to go back and watch it. It's probably really decent. I know it's a classic 80s horror movie, Slumber Party Massacre. And then this is the one I guess that's big time out of print is Slumber Party Massacre 2 and Slumber Party Massacre 3. Okay, I had to look at it because I didn't know if they called it Slumber Party Massacre 3. Don't forget to bring the popcorn or something like that. You know, it's not. It's just Slumber Party Massacre 3. Actually, the taglines for part 2 are, "The party begins when the lights go out." And part 3 is, "It's drill time, and this bit's for you." If I remember correctly, the killer in this kills you with this gigantic drill. Talking like one of those big, like, almost like the thing that they use to drill like into the ground. It's a big drill. It's on the well, yeah, he's got this like guitarish type one on the cover. You know what I mean? But that's how he kills the person. So that's his big killing item is this drill thing. And those are old horror movies. Krampus, my go-to Christmas horror movie. Love this movie. I thought they did a great job. You don't get many Christmas horror movies that work. This one worked. I like the Krampus character. I have a full-size Krampus in my house. I think Krampus creeps kids out, and mission accomplished, Krampus, for creeping kids out at Christmas time. This has a great story. I'm not going to give anything away because I might want to do a review eventually, probably at Christmas time, about it. But if you have not seen Krampus yet, you got to see it just to say that you saw it. I mean, the special effects, the creature could probably have been seen a little bit more, my opinion. But the story's great. This is one of those horror comedy movies that you can watch with your kids and your family. We're getting close to the end here. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, approximately 9 because one of them's a double. Left for shelf number 1, and then we will go on to shelf number. I think I'm gonna start posting these things each shelf. I'll start posting maybe on either Friday or Saturday nights because it's gonna take 8 weeks, you know, and I want to be thorough on this thing. I don't want to be one of these things where I finish it and I'm like, I wish I would have did a little bit better job on the recording process, and I would have gave a little bit more thought into what I'm saying about these movies. And I love when I get comments. So do me a favor, please. If any of you've seen any of these movies, if you agree or disagree with me, if you have some insight on, you know, hey, I picked that up and that was great. You know, I mean, you need to really check that one out. Tell me. I number one, try to respond to every single person that comments. You are important to me. You're important as a subscriber. I want you to subscribe. I want you to hit that subscribe if you enjoy what you're seeing. And these videos come out a lot, you know. So, I mean, like I said, I say this all the time. This is not a dead channel. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, and you will know when things come up from time to time, because I post randomly and oddly. You know, it's kind of a weird thing. It's like when somebody told me that I was supposed to post at the same time every single day. But you know what? I stay up till like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm editing these things, and I'm like, now I can't wait. I'm excited. So I'm excited to make you guys excited. You know what I mean? So I can't wait. It's like a kid on Christmas morning. I'm like, I got to post right now. I got to post this thing so you can see it. I know you guys like horror movies. I know you like to see collections. I figured this was a no-brainer. You're going to enjoy this little trip that we're going on. But next movie I got in the mail, and I've been eyeballing this one for a while at local Newberry Comics, but the price was crazy. I was talking like $40 for this movie, but then all of a sudden I saw it for $12 and change on eBay. Like, it popped up, and I was like, sold. Got to grab it right away. And this is Alice, Sweet Alice. Yes, Alice, Sweet Alice. This is a Arrow video release. So Arrow does this really cool thing. I don't even, is this multi? No, it's one. Okay, it's one disc, but it comes with a book. A book, probably a poster. Yep, a poster. Arrow Video really does a lot with their releases, and this one is one that they did a lot with. So this was a couple of my theories. Now, since I've never seen this movie, I haven't even seen the trailer of Alice, Sweet Alice. Number one, I was sold on the cover. Cover looks great. I mean, the fact that it comes in a slipcase, the fact that it has special edition contents. I mean, I'm not going to go through this thing, but this is a brand new 2K scan. But look at that. Look at all of that stuff that they give you. I mean, if this is a really good movie, I'm going to be here for hours and hours and hours enjoying all of the content that they put into these discs. I mean, there is that's like a paragraph of content. You know what I mean? That's all of this right here, content. I love when they jam-pack everything with everything they possibly could find so I can enjoy all kinds of extra stuff. Because sometimes I watch the movie and I'm like, I want to learn more about the movie. Some movies do that to you. I don't know if you've had this problem, or it's not really a problem, but had this go on with you, where you're watching a movie and then the movie's done. You're like, let me check out the special features. And you want to see like the production and the makings and the interviews and Arrow Video, they did it on this one. But like I said, $40. I was like, no, I never seen it, never heard of it. $40, okay. $12, I think. I want to say it was 12 and change. $12 shipping. Had to grab it. I haven't watched it yet, so if you've seen Alice, Sweet Alice, if it's something that I should be hopping on right away, comment below. If it's something that you think here's a question for you. If you've seen Alice, Sweet Alice, is it something that I should probably put on a Sunday afternoon? You know, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Like some movies that, like, some horror movies are good Sunday afternoon horror movies. Then there's good late at night horror movies. Then there's good. I don't know if it's just me. It might be just me. But if it is just me, then you can comment. Hey, this is you. You got something to screw loose. You're not right. But there are some movies where I feel bring me back to that creature double feature feel. Like on a Saturday afternoon at 12 o'clock. Like all the cartoons are done. And then 12 o'clock on Channel 56, there would be the creature double feature. And it would be like these two horror, sci-fi type movies. Sometimes it would be a King Kong or a Godzilla or whatever. But it was these weird horror, low budget movies, whatever. Is this one that I'm gonna want to put on? I'm feeling like I haven't seen the trailer, but when I hold this in my hand, I'm feeling a Sunday afternoon, maybe after lunch, throwing it on. You know, you put the recliner up and you just veg out and probably fall asleep. I mean, that's where I'm picturing this movie. Tell me if I'm in the right place. I don't know. Some movies, they got like this power. When I hold them, I'm like, this is the right time to watch this movie. This is definitely a Sunday afternoon type movie. All right. Then we have A Christmas Horror Story. This one my kids liked. It's got a weird twist type thing going on with it. I don't want to give too much away, but it's about a mall Santa, and he's battling the devil and everything in the mall, in his head, and in reality, and it's got a lot going on. And it was all right. I mean, this is a direct to Blu-ray / DVD. It was worth a watch. Like I said, my kids enjoyed it. My younger kids, they enjoyed it. So if they enjoyed it, then it couldn't be that bad. You know what I mean? It definitely was worth a watch. But it came out the same time as Krampus. That was the thing. It was like Krampus, and this came out like almost like a back-to-back a couple months later or whatever. A little confusing to kids because they're like, okay, well, you see this character on the cover, and he's definitely a Krampus-type character, but he's not quite Krampus. You know what I mean? Or it's so they released these direct-to-DVD things, I think, because Krampus was out, and everybody was like, direct-to-Blu-ray, Krampus was out, and they were like, kids are going to hop on the Krampus bandwagon. So everything that they have with a devil-looking Krampus-type character on the cover, people are going to buy. And guess what? It worked for me. You sold me. I went out and I bought it thinking that it was a Krampus-type movie, but it was actually pretty good. They Live. I've done a review on this one. This is probably one of my favorite sci-fi type movies, okay? Starring Roddy Piper. It's about the government and about what they're trying to show you. There's a deeper meaning to this movie than what the horror movie or sci-fi movie has to offer. I mean, this guy, he comes into town and there's some weird things going on. He finds these sunglasses, he puts the sunglasses on, and he can see these aliens for what they really are. And then he finds out that aliens are running the world. You know, it's not a far-fetched theory. I mean, wouldn't it be kind of funny if aliens actually were running the world and you can only see them through these glasses? And of course, he's trying to get other people to hop on board. Put the glasses on. You got to see what I see and everything. And people are like, no, I don't want to see it. I'll tell you, what I just said right there is this is a thinker type horror sci-fi movie. You think about it. I mean, think about that whole thing. It's like people see what they want to see. There's evil out there, but you could only see the evil if you want to see the evil. There's good out there, but you can only see the good if you want to see the good. That's what I kind of got from this movie. I got to feel like, you know what? Some people are just satisfied with the way life is. And then there's other people that are like, no, things could be better. Things are going on. I know things are going on, but you can't see it, but I can see it. That's what this movie reminds me of. This is what this movie is all about. It's like, I see what's going on, and you don't want to take my word for it. You just want to keep coasting on through life. You're satisfied with your minimum wage job, and you're satisfied with your struggles through life. But I see something deeper than what you see, and it's time for us to make a change. They live. That's where this comes into play. This is a good movie. This is the 4K. I special ordered this thing. Why did I special order it? Because there's a character from the movie that they had a NECA figure for, and you can only get it if you ordered it through Scream Factory. And if you only ordered the 4K, you got a poster, you got the figure, you got what was really cool. You got a pack of gum, you know, because there's a big thing in here. I'm here to kick and chew bubble gum, you know, and it's like and I'm fresh out of bubble gum, and so they gave you actual bubble gum with the packaging, and I didn't know that was coming in. That was a happy surprise. Yes, it was a happy surprise. But they live. This is a great think piece. I'm gonna call it a think piece. Yeah, there was a lot of work went into that think piece. All right. Next movie, The Crazies. It was $5 at Target. It's probably good. I don't remember it. I paid $5 for it at Target. I watched it once. I put it on the shelf. I can't recall it. I just can't recall it. I don't know if it was good or not good. Had a good cover, horror movie, $5. Couldn't pass it up. That's all I got. Crazy's your favorite? Comment below. Would you rather? This was another direct to Blu-ray DVD release that should not fly under your radar. This is a great movie. It stars the guy from Reanimator, and a couple other characters, people that you'll probably know. And it's about this guy that gathers these people together, and he gives them options. It's like a truth or death. Would you rather do this? Would you rather? But the things that would you rather are so graphically disturbing. I mean, like, would you rather drill through your hand, or would you rather, kill that person on the side? Would you rather get electrocuted? I mean, it's like torture stuff. But I'll tell you right now, I put this movie in. I've watched it multiple times, and I think the other movie was the Bilko Experiment, which I also, it was another one that was director. What great movies, what great stories, what great thinking. I mean, this is a great thinking. Well, a little sadistic thinking, crazy thinking, or whatever, but great movie. Would you rather? Class of 1984, another great movie. This was a I wouldn't classify this so much as a horror movie as much as it's more of like a sci-fi type movie, futuristic type. Kids are ruling the school, and what's cool about this? It has Michael J. Fox in it, a young Michael J. Fox. I don't want to give too much away, but this one is definitely worth a watch. It's an 80s movie, definitely worth a watch. It has to do with the future and how the kids are tearing the schools apart and they're doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And it was great. It was a great movie. All right, 10 Cloverfield Lane. I had no idea what this movie. Okay, I had no idea what this movie was. And then I was sitting on watching Netflix one night, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna see something I haven't seen before. I'm gonna check out 10 Cloverfield Lane. I'll put it on, and I'll tell you, this was a great movie. I bought the Steelbook, and I'm not a Steelbook guy, but I was like, okay, the Steelbook's there. I don't think they had the other ones in stock. I think that's what happened there, but it's a great movie. It's about this guy that thinks that the end is coming and the world's being taken over by aliens, and he ropes a couple of people into the basement, his bomb shelter with them, and they're living there for a long period of time, and things happen. 10 Cloverfield Lane's a movie that's been out for a while. A lot of people enjoy it. I know there's the first one. I think it's just called Cloverfield Lane. I watched that one. It was not as good as this one. This part two was good. I mean, this was really, really good. Story was good. It's got John Goodman in it. It was a really good sci-fi-ish horror movie with a little bit of a twist. And it has an ending, so it's good. And it definitely was super, super entertaining. Next one. Better Watch Out. Okay, this one was a good one. This was another one of those Christmas direct-to-Blu-ray type. This is Blu-ray? This is the Blu-ray. Okay, direct-to-Blu-ray. I know they had a direct-to-DVD. This was a good one. I don't want to get too much into it. It's got many, many twists in this movie. Many. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Stars two kids. Their babysitter and the kid that she's babysitting. And the stuff that goes on in this movie is like, my kids I watched it with them, and they're still like kind of traumatized by certain things that happen in this movie. They're like, you remember? And this wasn't like they watched it. I'm talking like the 18-year-old, 19-year-old. They like some of the stuff in here is just a little bit like not to give too much away, but he redoes a Home Alone-esque type scene and shows you what really would happen during this scene. It's cool. And then out my Okay, we are done with shelf one after I am done showing these things. And I'll tell you right now, shelf one was a small shelf. It was not a huge shelf. The next shelves are going to be bigger, and the videos are going to be longer. But I figured this is a good little introduction into my horror movie collection, shelf one. Because shelf one's about this big. About this big, yeah, about that high. So we're talking 2 rows. The next shelf is like, but granted, there is a lot of this Halloweens and Friday the 13th, and they're talking a lot of series and compilations and different things. So probably not as broad to talk about, because there is a lot, like the Chucky franchise and the Halloween franchise, so there'll be a lot to talk about because I am a lot more familiar with the movies and I've seen a lot more of these movies, but not it's a long shelf. That's all I gotta say. It's a long shelf. It's gonna be a longer video. So let's see how this one works out. If I hit 500 likes or 500 views, I'll be happy. And I'm not one of these guys. I need 10,000 views and I'll do the next video. No, if I hit like 500, I'll be happy as a pig in poop. Okay, that's what I gotta say about that. All right, next 2 movies. I figured this is a good way to end this video right here. It's not next 2 movies. It's 1 movie, but I bought it twice, and the story behind it. And this is a good way to end this video is by talking about this movie. And the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that I can never pronounce this movie properly, or I'm not pronouncing this movie properly. And is it Phenomena, a Feminina, Phenomena. Listen, how do you pronounce this? Is it Phenomena? Okay, so this is Phenomena, and then I went and bought another copy of Phenomena. Now, the original name of this movie was, I hope I'm right about this, The Creeps, or Creeps, or Creepers. Yes, that's what it was. It was Creepers. I saw this movie in the movie theater by myself. My grandmother bought me a ticket, and she was walking through the mall, she was shopping and whatever, and she bought me a ticket to go see this movie Creepers. I was young. I was probably not supposed to be in this movie Creepers. It is rated R, and I want to say it's a Dario Argento. Okay, that I can pronounce, but I can't pronounce Phenomena. You know, I guess in other countries it was called Phenomena, and in America it was called The Creepers. But I wanted to see this movie, and it stars what's her name? They're gonna have her name on the back of this thing. Or am I gonna be looking at the back of this thing and not get the name here? What? Jennifer Connelly. Jennifer Connelly, if you remember her, she's from Labyrinth. And I was like, oh, Labyrinth girl. Wasn't sure if it was a horror movie because it's about this girl that can actually talk to the bugs and insects. And that's kind of what they give you with the trailer. They don't really tell you much about what the movie's about. Not except that she can actually talk to insects and make the insects do her bidding and her will or whatever. And but this is a horror / thriller movie. And why did I buy 2? Okay. For some reason, this movie really impacted my childhood. Like, I remember seeing it in the movie theater and being like, wow, this really affected me. Like affected me not a positive, awesome, good way, but in a that kind of creeped me out. That kind of creeped me out, but I liked it. You know what I mean? It creeped me out, but I liked it. That's what I got some. So I became a big fan of this movie. So when the DVD was released, The Creepers, and it was just so grainy. So it was literally, I don't know if anybody remembers, there's a movie called Boy in a Plastic Bubble with John Travolta. And for some reason, they released these things as dollar DVDs. They were dollar DVDs. You went to like your local Big Lots, or you went to your local Ocean State job lot, and they would have them either on a counter or on a shelf. And they were $1. They were in cardboard covers. They were like the cheapest DVD form you could possibly. I mean, literally, I'm talking. The picture quality was almost. It was so foggy and blurry and pixelated, and it was just straight up garbage. Okay, you know, and I like I said, you know, I love movies. What they did to these poor movies, they would just try to push them out. DVD players came out. People didn't have the money to buy DVDs, or didn't want to spend the $20 on a DVD, and they were like, okay, well, these are on the counter. I'm going to give this a whirl. And I remember Boy in a Plastic Bubble being good, and I remember The Creepers being good, so I'm going to grab it. So but terrible quality. So I was like, okay, so first one I bought was this one, and I was like, okay, well, it's got a lot of special features in it. You know, I'm pretty good with it. You know what I mean? It's a piece of my childhood, you know what I mean? But then Arrow Video released it, and like I said before with the other videos, when they do, they put a whole bunch of bonus stuff on it, and that's what I bought this one for, was strictly the bonus stuff. And I want to say that there's even a 4-disc edition, there's a Region B 4-disc edition, there's a lot of different editions of this movie. If you have not seen, I'm gonna call it Phenomena. Okay, or The Creepers, okay, is what it was called. I wish they would have put it in the American title, The Creepers. It would have been a lot easier than me trying to make sure I'm saying this thing. It's got to be Phenomena. Anyway, this is an entertaining movie. If you are a Dario Argento fan, to me, this is probably one of his better movies. I know a lot of people like, what's that other one there? The one with a lot of colors. Oh, I'm going to draw a blank and I'm not going to see it up there. If you know the one I'm talking about, it's very colorful, very bright, and I can't see it. And I'm not going to stay in here all the time. Sit here and stare into space over here thinking that it's going to pop out at me because I don't see it. Anyway, Dario Argento, if you know who he is, you know what he's known for. And one of his main movies, it was a very colorful movie about this, I want to say ballerina or whatever. Wow. Hold on. Suspiria, that's the movie. Okay, so if you are a Dario Argento fan and you've seen the movie Suspiria, okay, it's not like Suspiria. Okay, I watched Suspiria, beautiful shot movie, colorful and the blood red and it's really cool to watch, but wasn't as entertaining, I thought, as Phenomena. Okay, like I said, this was my grandmother bought me the ticket. Stuck me in the movie theater. She went shopping. She went walking around the mall. She went walking around the market. She came back for me after I was done. And literally there's like a 8-year-old, 9-year-old, 10-year-old, I don't know, kid just standing there going, I didn't even know how to place it. I didn't even know how to talk about it. I didn't even know. I still don't know how to talk about it. I still don't know how to place it. But I'll tell you right now, great movie. And I had to get, like I said, I got this one. And I wasn't satisfied with this one. I had to get the special bonus features that were on this one. And these are a little pricey. They're a little pricey. I think they might even be out of print. We're talking $20 plus. Cha-ching, $20 plus each for each one of these. This one's probably a lot more than this one. I don't know. I haven't checked the thing in a while. I don't know if they're out of print. I'm assuming that they are. But piece of my childhood, and as always, movies are memories, and I absolutely love my movies. And if you like this video, if you love this video, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And I promise you, the next shelf will be coming soon. And I will see you later.